Hello.
Welcome back.
We are the Tassie Stitches.
We are.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Carolyn. Saturday the 9th of October.
It is. And we're both a little spaced today.
We are. And we're a week late, so sorry about that.
Carolyn has been unwell and we thought it was best to wait until we were both healthy.
Yes.
So shall we just dive straight in?
We're just going to dive straight in now.
So we're going to start with new starts.
New starts.
Do you want to go first or shall I go first?
I don't mind.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So September was my birthday month, so of course, being my birthday month, I did a new start on my birthday. Mm-hmm. So I started Quaker de la Fern. So this pattern was actually bought for me by my son for Christmas last year, and I've been saving it up to start. And I'm stitching it in some Cottage Garden threads. So we picked out Waratah and Olive. So Waratah for all of the animals and buildings, and Olive for the plants and the Quaker Quaker motifs and things. Mm. So I've just done a little start. This is on a piece of Crafty Leanie Fabric of the Month fabric. And I have just started in the top corner and finished off the top corner motif. So I really like the way that thread has come out. Yeah. How that thread has come out.
That looks
with that stitching.
Cool. That does look very nice.
So that was my birthday start, and I only stitched on that on my birthday. So it's only had one day. Okay. But I like the way that is heading, and I'm sure it will see at least one more day before the end of the year, maybe.
Good plan. Mm.
Did you have any new starts?
I've had several.
Oh, good.
I had several. So I had my first new start was, I told you I was going to start Caroline Page. Sorry for the glare, which is a red sampler from Hands Across the Sea. And I'm stitching on, this will be interesting, 37 count legacy linen in Russian tea cake using Soie d'Alger 2926, except for the over one I switched to 103, and oh my goodness, so much easier. I'm just unrolling my scroll frame, sorry. And here she is in all her glory. Isn't she beautiful?
Very nice.
It's all letters, so
it is all letters.
It's not up Melissa's,
and it's red, so it's really not my thing.
but she is nice. Just lovely. So I just have the rest of the word years, aged 8 years, and the rest of that other little tree. And then there's one more little
like
row.
Bandy bordery.
Yeah, one more band underneath. And then she's done. I was hoping to actually have her finished for Sampler September, but that didn't happen.
That's a good start though.
Yeah, it is.
Much better than me.
Well, I've actually found this really relaxing. I've worked on it from Monday to Thursday most weeks. There was a couple of days I didn't get any stitching in, and I just did a row each night because my shoulder was starting to play up, so I had to be a little bit careful.
That's good.
That's that one.
That's one.
Yeah.
I only had one.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't stop at one.
I had to because I had too many whips.
I started Basket of Cherries by Blackbird Designs.
I do like this one.
Yeah. And I had the chart at home. I wanted to test out some 40 count linen because I have tried it once before. Didn't really like it, so I'll try it again. So I just used the colours that I had at home, and I loved 40 count fabric. So there you go. So this is 40 count platinum Zweigart. I changed the colour of the birds, was supposed to be in aged pewter in Gentle Art. I changed it to a DMC and a Belfast silk. So because I wanted the birds to be quite blue, and I love the Smyrna crosses. They're so cool. And they are a silks for you, just random colour I had.
They give good texture, don't they?
So cool. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. A start and a finish in the month of September, October. And those were the colours that I used. They're a bit messy, but yeah, there you go. And then, I had another
too much stuff, don't you?
Although, are we doing just September?
No, you can include the first couple of days of October if you want to.
Well, then I had another start. I had Kathy Purden, hi Kathy, come in and held my hand behind my back and told me how to start this. Not really, but you know. Pardon me. So I might take it out of the plastic. Got a frog in my throat. So this is by the Scarlet House, called Entwined Hearts. I loved it when it first came out. It has been out for a little while, but it is good. I love it. Gorgeous. 4 colours of thread. I chose to go with the Classic Colourworks cotton. I believe Tanya did it in Belfast silk. I just chose the cottons. Again, they're a bit messy because I've been working with them. So that's them there. And I had some of this fabric in the shop, and it's a 30 count Weeks Dye Works gingham. So I thought I'd test it out. That's my excuse anyway.
It's floppy.
It's actually not too bad. It's got some substance to it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Some of the Weeks are quite flimsy and floppy and I don't like them. But this one is really good to stitch on. So that's as far as I've got.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the colours on that fabric.
Yeah. And just 4 colours is pretty cool.
Yes.
So I think...
Can't say I've got many with 4 colours.
Well, I've never stitched on red before either.
No, I don't think I've stitched on red.
Was really good. Being 30 count, it's not too bad at all, but I must say stitching with 2 strands of thread is not really... I've gotten a bit snobby now. I like 1 strand. Thank you very much.
I do like 1 strand, but 2 strands don't bother me.
I actually had...
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
I have a lot of 2-strand projects.
I actually had 4 new starts.
I know, because you've started another one, haven't you?
I forgot. I didn't bring the stitching with me, but I started Harry's stocking for my great nephew, and I have done a fair bit on him, and I'm setting him up to take to the retreat next week. So I've got a photo on my phone. You won't be able to see a whole great deal, but that's where I've gotten up to with him.
So quite a lot.
Yeah. So I can just fill him in.
So we'll finish at the retreat then?
Probably. Depends how much I talk. Which would be nothing like me, you know.
No. It's very... It's amazing how quiet it is when Carolyn doesn't turn up.
How
not that she's
regular...
loud. She has a lot to say.
I do. Our regular Sunday stitching. I haven't been to the last 3. I don't think. I think my dad was sick for one. I can't remember what happened the other time. Oh, I was kitting up Eliza Martha Linfoot. I just couldn't do that one, and then I was sick last one.
Yes.
Yes. So, and they've said apparently it's been really quiet.
We have had moments of complete silence, which never happens when Carolyn's there.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll take it as a compliment.
At least it's not awkward silence. Okay.
So I think that was all my starts.
Right.
Yes. I believe that's enough, isn't it?
Okay. Do you want me to do all my wicks now?
Sure.
Because being me, I've worked on a few. So we'll start with the wicks I did one day on. So the first one is arranging tools. So this is an ink circles pattern that I'm stitching for my dad.
Who said don't ever do a cross stitch?
Don't ever do a cross stitch, but you know, tools and dads, they go together.
They do.
So this is just stitched on a random piece of sew it all scrap grab bag fabric. And this is where I'm up to. So I'm
good.
using the Garden Gate, which is the called for colour for the outlines of the tools. And in the infill colours, I've just gone with the DMC suggested colours rather than the Gentle Arts. Didn't really think it was worth it for just the few stitches that's in there. So that's arranging tools. So one whole day on that. Next up is Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I think on this I've worked on this once in September, and I've also worked on it. It's done its October day as well. But all I have done is more of the sparkly red letters at the top.
Which show up really well in person.
Yeah, you can't really see it on because it's a toile. So it just has that gentle sparkle, but it's just enough to make it interesting. And this is stitched on a piece of Ice Pick Murder that I dyed up for the Rocky Horror Sassy pouch. So unfortunately you can't get that anymore, but perfect for that project.
Looks good.
I'll just put it away because if I don't put things away, they'll just be a right mess.
Exactly, they shouldn't.
Next up, we have the piece I'm stitching for my husband, and again this is done, it's already done its October rotation as well because it's pulled out on the 5th of every month. And I have just been working up around the marble sign and the gun there. I don't know what the gun's called or who it belongs to.
I should know that.
I should know that too because I've watched all the Marvel movies thanks to my husband. So this is by a Russian designer. I can't remember her name. It starts with an M. It'll be in the comments below if anybody's interested. She does a lot of these ring style patterns for fandom type pieces. She's got Doctor Who and all sorts of other ones.
Looking good.
It's getting there. I can't say I'm a super huge fan of the blends or the half stitch or the 14 count white Aida. But you know, it's probably the main reason why I don't like it, 14 count white Aida. And I'm stitching it on a paper pattern with highlighter. So
I like paper pattern.
I like paper patterns too, but it's the only one I'm still persisting with the highlighter. I don't think I've got any others that I'm using the highlighter on.
Okay.
This is one that I started last year on the 15th of September. It's in remembrance of my grandma. I had Silks for You dye me up some custom silk in 3 of her favourite colours. So this is the silk.
Goodness.
So we've got purple, which is a little bit darker than it's showing on screen, for pansies, pink for pink carnations and roses, and the garnet colour is for, she really liked the really dark red Sweet Williams flowers when they came out. So that was my task every summer, was to go around and de-head all the dark Sweet Williams and collect the seeds.
Sounds like an interesting job.
Great job. So this is Gloria by Modern Folk Embroidery, and I will have
Very talented Jacob.
By the very talented Jacob. This was my grandma's favourite hymn, and I have fabulous memories of her singing so loudly in the church that everybody else would stop and turn around and look at her.
What a memory.
But it was her favourite, and they don't only play it at Christmas time, so... And I have done the top corner. And I really like how the silk is coming out.
Yeah.
That's better.
What's this on?
So this is on Silvery Moon.
Silver Moon.
Zweigart Silver Moon.
Yep.
In 32 count.
Yep. That looks good.
Which was a very good choice for that silk. Because that makes all the difference. When you're working with a variegated silk, what fabric you put it on.
It does, and we're going to have a consult about that a little bit later.
So that was also just one day on my grandma's birthday. Next we have the month's focus pieces. So these got anywhere from 3 to 7 days on them each. I best take Eliza out of her frame.
Yeah.
She's had a day on her.
Bare fabric otherwise.
Yes. So she's had a day on her in October already. But in September, we finished off the little piece underneath the house, which Carolyn will point out to you down here.
Well done.
That was the September section, and it's done. Yay!
She's coming along very nice.
She is. So 3 months to go.
And she's on?
She is on 40 count Eliza, dyed by me.
Yes.
So this was a special dye we did for Carolyn's store. It was exclusive just to a stitch in time, but now it's been a year. I'll be releasing this on the store in the upcoming months. I don't think we need to see a cover photo of Eliza, do we? No.
I don't know. People might want to see a cover photo, but
next month we get to do 1/1 writing.
You will have to switch to 103.
I'm going to. Okay, next up is the Cloudsfactory sale. There's no Planet B, so there is no cover photo for this. But I finished up the September section, which was the sloth and the tiger.
That looks great. I still love the whale.
I love the whale.
Yeah.
But this is on 32 count Bright Sky, dyed by me.
Done a lot of dyeing, haven't you?
I have done a lot of dyeing.
That looks
I've
so
started
good.
to actually stitch on my own dyed fabric, which
well done.
In the past I've just dyed and never stitched on it. So I'm really liking the way that's coming along. And I think this month we've got a couple of birds.
How much more is there to go?
3 more months.
3.
A couple of birds and I think a sugar glider or another monkey or something.
Excellent.
Next up is Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 Sal. I'm very far behind and I'm stitching this in a Cottage Garden thread Dragonfly and also in DMC 3340.
Look at that.
I'm not doing it in monthly sections. I'm just kind of stitching where I feel like, but that's kind of where I'm up to.
On?
It's on flax, 40 count Zweigart flax.
Flax is a good colour too.
So I really like the way those two colours work together. The orange 3340 is a really close match for the colour in Dragonfly. So they play really well together.
That's very good.
That's that one. This one came out to play for its Whip Go month. This is Aimee Stewart, Little Cake Shop. There's 50 something pages. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm a thread.
Let me just pull that. Oh, there.
There you go.
Wow.
So I think I've done 3. I'm finishing off the 3rd page out of 50 something pages. So this will look like, and hopefully this is not too bright, this.
That's
so
amazing.
you can see I'm just kind of up in the top, the very, very top corner and the roof. So that's done. It's 1 month out for the year. It might come back out in December for a day.
Okay.
So that's that one.
Getting there though.
Oh yes, only 50 something pages to go, you know.
You'll have that finished next year then.
Yeah. This was my birthday start last year. This is Shiva.
I don't remember this.
Don't you?
No.
So, let me find what she will look like when she's done.
I don't remember that at all.
So this is Shiva.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
She's a fancy artistic cat. I love cats.
She's pretty cool.
She's very cool. And I'm loving the way she's stitching up. So this was only meant to get 1 day, but it might have gotten 3. Just because I couldn't put it down.
I don't remember the fabric.
The fabric is meant to be hot pink, 22 count, and it was just an off cut that I got for $5 from Sew It All when they had a sale.
Oh, there you go. Good colour though.
Yeah, it's a really good colour, and I wouldn't normally stitch a full coverage on a colour, but I just felt like the pink would give a little bit of extra nice coverage behind the pink because it's got an all pink background.
Yes.
So that's Shiva. She will also probably be around for a long time. And then the last piece, and I made some reasonable progress on this one last month, was Dragon. So I finished off the diagonal that I was working on, and I have started on a new diagonal.
Very nice.
I can't see. There we are.
Rubber ducky dragon.
He's so cute.
Oh, he's got an eye. He didn't have an eye last time.
He does have an eye because I finished off that whole diagonal.
Yeah.
And started the new one.
Excellent.
But this has had 1 day of stitching this month.
Yeah. He looks cool.
We're getting there.
Yeah. Looks great.
Don't mind the dust that seems to have collected at the bottom of the fabric.
So which one? Who was that one by?
This one is a Paine-free crafts pattern.
Yeah.
The design is by, I can never remember his name.
Stanley. The artwork.
Yeah, Stanley Morrison. The artwork's by Stanley Morrison.
He's so cute.
So we're getting there. I've almost made it all the way across the top with the diagonals.
Good job. He is quite gorgeous.
I don't know if he'll be a focus piece next month. I'm still trying to work out what to do with my full coverages next month. Whether I'll have, or next year, whether I'll have one focus full coverage or whether I'll give all of my full coverages so many months each. Because I've got 4, so I'm thinking maybe 3 months each rather than just focusing on one. But it'll depend on what challenges come out. Buddy, yeah.
I will have to get back to my...
So that is all my whips.
That's all your
So
whips?
not that many.
Well, there you go. Well, I've got a couple of other whips.
Good.
Those were all mainly new starts and things. So what have I got? I've got the Cryptid Cell. So that's a mystery stitch along. So I can't show you a cover photo for that. But that is being stitched on a piece of 32 count wallaby from number 12 Stitch Co, the lovely Nicola on Etsy.
It is a nice brown.
It's a gorgeous colour. I am behind, but tomorrow I will be doing
You're only one behind, aren't you?
There was another one came out today.
Oh, okay.
So I am a little bit behind, but that's okay. So let me just try and do that. So that's where I'm up to. I think, I don't remember
I think you had the Nightcrawler, or did you just have Mothman last time?
Mothman, yeah. So that's him. So the next one goes in underneath.
So what's this one?
Hairy High Pants.
Enfield.
The Enfield Horror.
Oh, I don't know that.
A 3-legged something or other. The description just sounded like a really naughty child. And the next one that goes under there is, can't remember.
I've seen a picture, but I can't remember.
Jersey Devil?
Or it could have been.
Yeah. It was a Jersey Devil, so that's
it was another one I hadn't heard of.
No.
Out of those, the only one I've heard of is Nightcrawler, and I think that's because I'm in Crystal Academy.
Okay.
And one of the teams was Nightcrawler.
So I'll be doing Jersey Devil tomorrow, and then the new one might get done at retreat.
Okay.
Perhaps. We shall see.
Well, that'll be a nice simple stitch for retreat.
It will. So that's that. The other thing I worked on, so this is where a consult comes in. Are we ready for a consult?
Oh, why not?
So I had started Modern Folk Embroidery 2020 Stitch Along last year. I've got to find the picture.
Which I didn't do because I was still trying to finish the 2019 one.
Yeah.
And I reckon that'll happen next year too.
Possibly. It's not a very good picture, but that is...
But most people would have seen
Yeah.
There's a few people still working on the
So
19.
it's a pretty big one.
Yeah, it's huge.
Um,
He doesn't do small ones, Jacob.
He does.
Not for
does do some.
annual sales, though.
No,
Yeah.
but it's got things like putting your family's initials in it and all of that type of thing. And this was something I had chosen a silk for my grandmother.
Must be the month of grandmothers.
It was. I think it was. So this is Silks for You PR077, and she just loved green and pink.
That's gorgeous.
Green and pink together. So it's kind of got a slight mauvey purple through there.
And the pink to green is not quite that green.
It's not
more
teal green. It's
sagey type kind of
better.
green. That's a little bit better, yeah. The lighting
Anyway,
here is...
It's shocking. So I started this before.
Oh, you've done a lot.
I know. Before I took over the shop, and it's on 32 count, and I don't like it. Don't like it. I'm going to restart it.
That's a lot of stitching.
I know.
Okay.
That's where I've gotten. So I have done a fair bit, but as you can see, even if the lighting wasn't so bad, it's really washed out.
Yeah, the fabric's not...
It's not the best
not
choice of
out.
fabric. So
No.
this is Vintage Country Mocha, which normally I love, but not for this colour silk. So
No.
it's not working for me.
No.
I think I still might be able to, I don't know, use that into something. Not quite sure. I might just finish off that little bottom corner down there and
Call it a day.
yep, and then turn it into, I'll get somebody else to turn it into something because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. No.
Let's just be honest. So, something to go with this silk.
Which I'll hold.
Thank you. My first initial thoughts were Silver Moon, which is a beautiful pale silver grey colour from Zweigart. And I think that would look so
It's a nice
much
neutral
nicer.
background.
The other thought I had while I was out there in my fabric shelf was flax.
Well, flax is a nice colour.
So there's both of these are 36 count, so I'll switch to one strand.
Don't know. I think I like it on the flax.
Yeah. Because there are some quite light, almost to grey,
Silvery type.
silvery tones
Yeah.
through there, and they just might get a little bit lost. So flax might be a better option.
I think flax.
It
Although
really
I
is
might
showing up
have-
quite teal, isn't
I
it?
might
It's
have
not
another
that
option
teal.
coming up.
Might you?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll hold off for now,
But I do like it on the flax.
but I think that's going to be much better. It's just the wrong tone.
Yes, the other one's it's too it's a
Too
yellow
washed
brown
out.
rather than
Far too washed out. It's not.
Is that your whips?
I
Or
think
is there
so.
another one hiding somewhere?
No, that's
No?
it.
Okay.
That's it.
Delicious.
According to my
According to
little-
your book.
yes. So I'm using Book of Days 2021. So that's my September. Woohoo! Pretty full. And October.
I so could not just do one day.
I can.
No.
Is that all that's in there? Yes, I think so. That's all my whips.
Because I have a journal.
Yes, but you should see the size of her writing.
Yeah.
I need a magnifying glass.
And
to
this
see
is
it.
my September stitching. And that's my October plans.
Oh my goodness. One day you'll have
And
to
then
do a
we
video
have
and explain all
A
that.
whip list for each month. And when I've
That's a
done
good idea.
stitching. And then all my challenges and games and things. So I need at least half a dozen pages or more per month. I could not do one page per month.
I did used to do challenges and things, and I've just discovered, particularly with running the shop, I can only do a few things at a time now.
I pretty much, I do what I want when I want, but I kind of like guidance. So I have this is what I want to work on this month, and this is how many days I want to work on it, but I basically use the challenges to tell me when, unless it's a birthday piece, and then it pretty much gets pulled out on its day, unless something else crops up. Okay. Finishes?
I did that.
Oh yeah, you had a start and a finish.
I did.
Well, I brought my finish from last month.
Okay, well done.
So last month I told you I finished Polar Bear.
Yes.
So here it is. On the first ever piece of fabric that Carolyn and I dyed.
That was fun.
It was.
Ice dye.
No, it wasn't a nice dye.
Wasn't it?
No.
You sure?
Yep. This was just mucking around on the kitchen bench.
Oh yeah.
So,
We did a bit of that.
There you go. That is Polar Bear by Climbing Goat Designs on Etsy.
Very good.
So loved stitching the top half. Really didn't like stitching the bottom half.
Don't know why.
It's just it's too confetti.
Yeah.
There's like
It's a lot in there.
6 to 8 greys in there. No. I mean, it looks very effective. And then I finished my birthday start from 2019.
Is that when we started those?
Yeah, that's when I started it, yeah.
I'm not even halfway through mine.
So this is Nora Corbett, and it's Fern Pixie.
She's so beautiful.
And I have stitched her on some crafty leanie. This was one of her fabrics of the month way back then. It's called Nightshade, and it's on 32 count Belfast.
Lovely.
And this is Fern finished with her
very nice.
all her beads. She's quite sparkly. She hasn't had an iron.
No.
And now I have to decide what I'm going to do with her.
I was just going to ask, are you going to frame her?
I think I'll frame her.
Yeah.
Greens and purples are kind of the colours in my house, so whatever, she will fit in very well wherever she goes. But I did.
Well done.
She was the first fancy lady I ever started, because I'd sworn I was never going to stitch a fancy lady.
And you did, and now you're thinking of another one.
And now I've done 2.
What was the other one?
Ladybug.
Oh yeah. Forgot about her.
And I started her after Fern and finished her before Fern.
But she was for somebody else.
She was for my mum.
Yeah.
So she was a birthday 1 day a month stitch. So they're the 2 finishes that I brought. I only finished Fern last month. I didn't finish anything else last month.
Okay.
I'm not really a finisher. I'm more a starter.
Aren't we all? We're very good at doing start-alongs.
Haul?
Yes. Just a little bit, not a lot. Project bag.
Nice.
This is so cute. And I love
it's a nice
little bee.
It's a nice bee
charm. And I love toadstools and all of that. So all the little bugs
very
on
cute.
the back. So that was from a new seller on Etsy, Rebecca, which is Rainbows and Stitching or something along those lines. We'll put her down the bottom in the box.
I was going to say, is that her sticker? But no, it's just a little thank you sticker.
Yes, I forgot to bring the thing. Anyway, we'll link everything down below. Oh, look, another project bag. I'm a bit of a sucker for project bags.
I don't have many. We just worked out.
No, this is from Nicola at Number 12 Stitch Co. I love the little key, and this is such a good idea.
Is that for your scissors or?
Scissors or thread or anything that you want to attach in there. So this is French General fabric, which I really like. The beautiful cream colour inside.
It's nice.
The back. It is gorgeous. Love that one, and I use this mainly for my Blackbird design projects. I also got some
Chocolate brown.
Chocolate brownie. Jumbo chenille. Kind of looking, yeah. Oh, look, it's even got cat hair in it. How about that?
Oh, well.
My pussycat. So I had this bright idea I was going to finish a little pillow off with chenille. But
Okay.
we'll see. I don't finish things.
No, I know, me either.
And while I was there, just because I could, I got a piece of fabric, and this one is a Russian caramel, 32 count, and it's quite lovely. It's like a golden
brownie colour.
Yeah, so I thought
Nice.
that would come in handy for all sorts of things.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think. Oh, and I did get a thread drop and cards, and I can't find it. It's at home in a safe spot somewhere, but it's got a very cool witch on it.
Maybe we can see that next time.
Which is gorgeous. That was my haul.
But being with the retreat coming up, we may have more haul at the next one.
Maybe.
So, haul from me. I got my fabric of the month from Crafty Leanie. So this is called Tropical Holiday.
That's bright.
It's very bright. The piece that I saw Leanie pop up had a bit more blue in it than this one. Mine obviously got hit with a bit more yellow dye.
Got more blue on that side.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit more blue up here.
It's nice though.
It's nice. It's going to be a special, the right project to go on that. Strangely enough, we got a very fluorescent greeny yellow colour from Leanie before, and I found a project that works perfectly on it, so you never know.
Amazing what you can find to fit on
I know.
go on fabric sometimes.
It was my birthday last month, like I said. And Carolyn was the only person who bought me stitching stuff for my birthday. So I got a little scissor holder with my name on it. It's very cute. It does have a little pair of scissors in it. These are my old scissors. So I need to get some new fancy scissors to go in there.
Is that a hint?
No, because my other scissors are quite little.
They are.
They're the tiny, bubby little Bowen scissors. So then I also got an ink circles pattern, which I bought for myself, which is called, it's Reflections of Paris. So I think a few other people out there in FlossTube land are stitching this. I'm going to do this in red and black beads, if it works. I'm going to give it a try. All beaded, 100% beaded, red and black.
What gave you that idea?
Well, I found I have a massive bag of red seed beads at home.
Okay.
And I thought, what am I going to do with them? So I thought, I'll turn them into a cushion and I'll do Paris. Because I think if I pick out the Eiffel Towers and do them in black and the background in red, that will look quite effective. So we'll see how we go.
What kind of fabric are you going to use?
Just a very plain linen.
Okay.
Or Evenweave.
Yeah.
A white or an off-white or a grey, but nothing fancy. Very, very
When are you
plain.
starting that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
If a challenge comes out that calls for beads, that will be it.
Yeah, it's because I've got nothing else with beads on it at the moment.
No.
So it'll be that one.
Okay.
Or
I'd like to see that done.
Yes.
I think that would be
I think
quite
it'll be good.
spectacular.
And then the other one I bought. So this has been sitting in Carolyn's shop for a while because we've been trying to
My back order box.
get all the threads. But this is another needlepoint. So this is Amethyst Garden. So I was thinking of starting this one in December for a Christmas start.
Well, I kitted mine up too. It's still in my box out there.
And it's got all sorts of really beautiful
Rainbow gallery
threads. I mean, look at that sparkly purpley colour. It's like a nice silvery ribbony thing. There's a green sparkle, very technical terms, ribbony thing.
It's all the different textures.
And then we've got some impressions by Carolyn in beautiful lilac-y colour and a vineyard silk.
That's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So soft,
Gorgeous.
delightful.
And then a water lilies in purple, and then a couple of watercolours in purples and greens, and then a couple of just DMCs. But all my kinds of colours. So that will be my Christmas start. So that was my haul for unexpected haul, because we weren't expecting all of this to turn up.
No, Rainbow Gallery took quite a while, didn't it?
It did, but there was no rush because I was in no rush to start that. And then I got a new frame to put that on as well, and some fabric, but I didn't bring the fabric because it was too much.
That's just canvas.
Yeah, just canvas, nothing exciting. So that was my haul.
Excellent.
Anything else?
Just a new start. So I'll be starting Eliza Martha Linfoot. Sorry for the glare, but I'm not taking that out of the plastic. So she's an exclusive sampler to my shop and Traditional Stitches in Canada, the Attic Needleworks in Arizona, if I got that correct, and Kathy Ray's shop, Needle in a Haystack in California, as well as, of course, Nicola from Hands Across the Sea. So when I've finished Caroline Page, I can start Eliza Martha Linfoot. So I'm hoping to start that next week.
So there's a Facebook group and everything for that, isn't there?
There is, yep. That was the old Jane Fittis Stitch Along group, has now been turned into Eliza Martha Linfoot. So since I put so much work and effort into kitting everybody else up to start on the 1st of October, I figured that I would get in on it. I'll start stitching it too. It's on a 38 count linen I haven't stitched on before.
That'll be fun. I haven't tried 38.
No, I took a piece home. That was the one I took home and did that always on to test out. But that's the only on the horizon.
For you.
Oh, no, it's not.
And I'm not doing this Eliza because I haven't finished my other one yet. And
no, and
I'm not a sampler person.
I have been wanting to start this for
ages.
I don't know, since I started stitching again. Couldn't get it for a very long time.
Well, it was out of print, wasn't it?
It was.
It was one of those hideously expensive patterns there for a while.
Yes, I think I looked the last time I looked at eBay when it wasn't available, it was like $250. I was like, I don't like it that much. And then it came out as a PDF. So I bought Prairie Moon, Thine is the Trick and the Treat. I'm not traditionally as much a Halloween stitcher as such. Cryptid I like, but that's probably more for Mark.
And that's not pure Halloween though, that's just more monsters and...
Yeah. And this, even though it's got witches and all that type of thing, there is a particular motif there that has a bit of special meaning for me. So that's why I'm starting it. And I do love witches and black cats and all of that. So I forgot to bring that with me, but I have kitted that up with a Silks for You silk and I think a crafted leaning fabric as well. So those are the two that are on the horizon to start.
Nice. I don't, except for that.
No.
Amethyst Garden, I'll be starting in December. My husband would like me very much to start an enterprise cross stitch for him, but we are still...
It looks weird.
It does look a bit odd. Pippa, we were watching FlossTube, Pippa Brown on FlossTube, and she's about to start this. And my husband never watches FlossTube, and just happened to walk in while I was watching it, just at the right moment when Pippa was showing this particular pattern. I'll show you a picture.
Pippa.
Yeah, thanks, Pippa. It's on black. I'm going to have to do it on black. I'm thinking I'll do it on Belfast though, instead of Aida. And I can't get a bigger picture, but this is it. So it's
more of a map than the ship.
It's more of a floor plan of the ship superimposed over some of their computer screens. There's not many colours in it. There's probably only about 9 to 12 colours in it. So it's got a lot of bulk stitching, so very good for some stitching group challenges. Things where you got to stitch fast.
Challenge groups.
So that'll be good for that. But when I start that, it may get started next month or it might not get started until next year. I just haven't decided yet. It's not really my cup of tea, and I'm already doing the Marvel one for him, which isn't really my cup of tea. But we'll see.
The other one, I forgot. I don't know how I could forget about it, but anyway. That I'm getting ready to start, if I can see, and web.
Oh, yes.
And web. So I want to see the photo. Show me the picture. There it is. It's hanging out in the shop, but that would involve me taking it off and having to reposition it, and that's far too difficult.
No.
Far too difficult. So this will have to do for now. And web. Look at those goats. They're so cool. It's very pretty.
It's very cute. I love the colours in it. Again,
it's not you.
It's not me. It has a red house on it.
So that's another Hands Across the Sea sampler, stitched by one of our Aussie girls, Jodie. She did a wonderful job. So I'm going to start that for my birthday. So I'm getting ready to keep that up when my next order comes through.
Nice. And
there is just a small group of us who will be stitching along with me.
Again, I won't be joining you with that one.
No.
So, shop updates. We were asked by someone to share and possibly enable. So, there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes at Fancy Fabric. There hasn't been a lot of changes happening on the website because I've been super busy with work. However, I have dyed up a few new colours that will be coming to the website soon. So the first one, there's a lovely lady out there who already has a piece of this.
She does.
This is...
Hi, Mary Ellen, if you're watching.
Dove. So this is a really, really pale grey colour. Very slight mottle, but not a lot. And I actually think this would work really well for your modern folk.
It mightn't it? It's very difficult with this.
It's a very horrible
lighting, but oops. Let's open up the fabric a little bit.
Yeah, we can do that. It's not a very big piece, just a sample piece.
That's all right. That may.
It may work. Don't know. I still like flax though, but
yeah.
There's a little bit more depth in this one than there is in the Silver Moon or the
Some of these tones are just, I think, going to get a bit lost.
Yeah.
But Dove is very nice. That one Melissa dyed up for one of my customers to do Cryptid on.
Yes.
And she loved it.
And the other option we dyed up for Cryptid as a choice between the two, this is Mouse. Again, really hard to see. And these are the 32 count Belfast options. This is kind of a grey brown colour. But
I like it.
Yeah, I really like it. Browns, I find browns really hard to dye. So when I get a nice one, I'm quite excited.
Melissa does colour.
Yeah, I'm a colour person.
Neutrals just don't seem to work.
No, and if you get the sassy pouch, then you would know that I'm
the brights.
Yeah, because I dye the fabric for that. So yeah, I do bright, unusual really well. Plain, unmottled.
She thinks it's boring.
Mm-hmm. They have their place. I do like Mouse and I do like Dove, so I'm quite happy with those two.
So they're going up.
So they will be up by the end of the month. It's just a process to get them all up.
And that link will be
down below. Any news for you for the shop?
Where do I start? There's lots. So still getting expo orders trickling through. I haven't had news of any being turned around by the postal service, which is yay, fantastic. I have had news though of one of my Witchelled orders being turned around in the US, so they're looking at sending a different option. I believe they've already sent it through in a different way. So yes, I have started sending out most expo orders. I still do have quite a box full of orders to go out there, just awaiting on a few other bits and pieces to arrive. I did get a small shipment of fox and rabbit fabric. I've done a decent order with fancy fabrics.
Yes, that will be coming in the next week.
So the shop will have some more hand-dyed fabrics very soon. What else?
The shop will be closed.
Oh yes, we have our Tassie Stitches retreat in Launceston next weekend.
Yes, very excited.
Yes, so the shop will be closing at 2 or 2:30. I can't remember what I said now. I'll have to have a look at that on the Friday afternoon. So the shop will not be open on Saturday. The website will still be there. I will just be doing online orders on the Monday instead. So we're looking forward to that.
Plus show weekend.
Show week is the following week. So Thursday is a public holiday.
Yes.
For us in Tasmania. We're on daylight savings, so the last week or so, all my wonderful Queensland customers have been ringing after 4 o'clock. So if I haven't answered the phone after 4, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but the shop closes at 4 and I need to concentrate on getting all my online orders sorted and out. And sometimes I might answer it if I feel like it though. Other than that, shop news, it's busy, it's good, it's lots of new releases out there, lots of new designers,
lots of scary stuff to look at in the shop.
It's
as far as wallet goes,
dangerous kind of place. I have people thanking me for being enabling, so that's not so bad. I am also in discussions with another store to get the Scarlet letter patterns.
Yay.
So we have a proposed new start for the new year, perhaps, if I can get them in time.
Yes. It's only a pattern we've been looking, I've personally been looking for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Very difficult to get here, but so we'll see
quite
about
popular
that.
on FlossTube. There's a few FlossTubers who've stitched it or who are stitching it, but extremely hard to source in Australia.
That's the
peacock, unicorn and a badger.
I keep going to say pelican.
I don't know why.
Anyway.
I don't know that I have a pattern with a pelican on it.
I know, but yeah. So looking at getting
Storm
that.
Boy.
Storm. Okay. But apart from that, really, shop news is just Thread Club.
Yes,
still going.
Thread Club.
So we have spaces available in Wix Dye Works and Gentle Art. Classic Colourworks is full, but you can go on the waiting list. Averissoir, Dalget and 103 are currently full, but we don't have anybody on the waiting list at the moment. So if you do want to start collecting those threads, now would be a good time to get your name on the waiting list so that Melissa can contact you when a space becomes available.
Yes, because we like to keep them as full as possible.
Yeah, so they go out once a month. We aim to ship on the 14th of each month. The silks are 5 colours a month, and the overdyed cottons are 6 skeins a month, and that just keeps it affordable and
and you're not looking at a year for collecting.
It is
if you
a
want to
long-term
collect the whole
thing.
set, it's a long-term thing. I think the biggest one is one of the silks, the Dalget.
It's over 500
over
colours
5
in
years
that one.
Worth of collecting if you want to get all of those. But you don't have to stay in for the whole 5 years. You can stay for as long as you like.
Yeah. But it's a good way to have your own master collection.
To get your own master set.
Or if you do a lot of colour conversions, which I know a lot of my customers do a lot of colour converting, so just to have those colours there is really good. Or if you want to start something, it's like, oh, have I got that? Yes, I have. Look at that. I can start it straight away.
And endeavour to send them out in order as much as possible, but with COVID and accessibility to dyes and whatever. Some of them are proving quite difficult to get. So,
but Gentle Art are coming through really well.
Finally.
Now. And you don't have to worry that you're not going to get your thread club for the next few months, because I have done a massive stock up and made sure that I've got the next couple of months here already to send out. So that's not an issue at the moment. Hope that continues.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, but it's a good way. So we'll link the details below as well if you want to send out your expressions of interest for that. Combined postage if you want to collect several. I've quite a few that do that.
Mm-hmm. Got a couple of ladies who do all 5.
We do. Yeah.
I guess the only thing I forgot to mention for Fancy Fabric is if you are in Tassie and you are coming up to the Deloraine Craft store, I will be there. We will be in the Quamby Pavilion in the showgrounds. So if you'd like to come up and see us and see some of the fabrics, it's the last weekend in October. So it runs Friday the 28th through to 29th through to Monday the 1st.
Okay.
Up in Deloraine.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say, show.
No, not really. Tassie for those Tassie Stitches that are watching, our last. So we've got a session booked for the 31st of October. We possibly will be changing venue though, for the 31st of October, and then we have our Christmas high tea in November, 28th of November.
And if you would like to come along to that, if you can let us know as soon as possible, because we do need to reserve the space.
We do. Yeah. RSVP essential.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you.
Yes.
And that's probably about it. I think I spoke about my plans, so I don't. Never know though. Something else might come up.
I think my plans are just like normal, but we're switching out cake shop and bringing in Hello Summer.
Sounds good.
Which is pretty. It's nice and bright.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think that's it.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Yes. And we'll see you next month. Hopefully on the first Saturday.
Yes, first Saturday of, well, what are we in? We're in October, November.
1st of November.
Struggling just to keep up with what month it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay safe and well, everyone. See you later.
Bye.